Hello my friends. So today I'm going to explain you a very important topic in SAP Extended Warehouse Management, which is the material flow system. Material flow system means, I will explain you here. So in this example, I have covered the functional part and also the technical part, both. Technical means how we do the enhancement, how we implement the baddies, how we do the changes in the business logic to enhance the functionalities. Now, for an example, in the warehouse, we have an area. It's like a small kind of area inside the warehouse. Okay, we have in some warehouses we have seen the conveyor belts. Belt means products are going to move from the belt. Like for an example, assume that now. So here I will cover few things. So we have the conveyor belt. So on the conveyor belt in the warehouse, we put the handling units, HUs. It's like boxes which contains the material, which has the barcodes, which has all the details about the product or warehouse task, more detail about a lot of details. It contains material, the quantity. Now when this conveyor belts handle with the one of the motor, it had the belt has motor. Through electrical motor, this belt moves like the direction. So when belt moves, like if you go to the airport, we have the when you take the luggage, so we have the one belt. It moves always. In the same warehouse, when we talk about the material flow system, so material flows, MFS. So under the MFS, I can say the technique, yes, concept. So when HU comes here, when this box moving, and when box comes here in this section, in this area, we have the sensors. Sensor means these sensors sends the laser light, the light which hits to the particular box and return back to the device, to the same sensor device. Like for an example, we have the RF devices, RF gun. How it works? It sends one kind of light to the particular barcode when we scan, and that laser light, how it reads. So for an example, if you go to the shopping mall, you scan the product, how automatically it picks the detail. It sends in the forward direction the light reverts back to inside the when once laser light hit to the particular product or the barcode, then it return back to the particular machine. Then machine reads the entire description through the barcodes. If you go to shopping mall, we have the, for an example, chips packet, you can see the barcode even for an example. In the same process, we have the barcode on the boxes or chips. Now these scanners, these device connect with the PLC system. In somewhere in the warehouse, in some side, in one area, it connects with the programmable logical controller, PLC system. The uses of the PLC system, this PLC system has some wires, like a wiring in the house. We have the main board where we put the MCBs or the electronics, our main line, like MCBs, fuses. The wires connect with the controller, and that controller connects with this device through the wires, and this connects with the computers to manage, to see the failure, to get the status. The main purpose here, it comes under the automation process. It comes under the warehouse automation process, because if in the warehouse, if we don't have the PLC system or MFS system, for an example, this technology with the EWM, if we, for an example, have not maintained in the warehouse, then for scan every box, one resource, they need to go, they need to scan, they need to perform the activities, depends, picking activities, put away activities, depends. So if through this conveyor belt, through the machine, this machine automatically scans the boxes. Boxes means barcodes. I prepare very long slide with a deep description with the PLC, in which I covered the functional part, I covered the technical part also. And guys, my name is MANS NAGAR. Here I am covering the more detail. You will enjoy this my session. Now, I will cover here conveyor segments, communication points. These are the communication points. When this machine sends the laser light to box, it happens in fraction of seconds. It reads the entire detail. And so why we need this MFS? Without MFS we can run the business, but this is more smoothly if you would like to run a warehouse business with the automation process. So we need this, we must implement this. Purpose: the material flow system enables you to connect up the automatic warehouse to SAP extended warehouse management without the need of an additional warehouse control unit. You can set up the MFS in such a way that warehouse tasks for an identification point to a storage bin in an automatic high-rack storage area or instance. Instance means depends upon the bin. Why I put here instance? Depends upon the bin. And subdivision into smaller tasks. There are paths on step by step. I covered here some pictures. I downloaded some pictures. And programming this programmable logic controller PLC. So this is the chassis where we put like this, and we can see these wires. This connects with the controller, this connects with the network, connects with the Wi-Fi, connect with the network, connect with the machines, and everything is the interlinked. Like we have the main board in our house. Now this is the example of the PLC devices, controllers. It receive the signals like a telegrams, like a message when we send, like similar product detail, now which instruction come, so at what time, which box they need to scan, everything instructions are there. Like for an example, if you run a music on the laptop or your desktop, you click, so instruction goes to the processor. Processor receive that instruction, send to the search in the hard disk or in the SSD, then it receives, it performs, then you can see the output on the screen, right? The same thing happens here. When it sends the signal to the particular controller send the signal to the scanner, which I given you example, this is scanner. So it receives all the details and it scans. Like in the shopping mall, when you buy something, you scan the barcodes, okay, for pay, or the people they scan in the cash counter. Same thing happens here. Now, so these are the responsible in each case using telegram communication. Telegram means sending the message, receiving the messages. Put away and removal from storage of handling unit can take place without of use another software system. They means they can handle everything. Very smart devices. That's why we call this as an automation process where we don't need human, for example. So here we can see the sensors. Here we can see this is the area C. These are the sensors connected with the PLC system. So see, it has the barcodes. So when this passes, it automatically checks the barcodes, scan the detail. These are the conveyor belts. Like for an example, if you go to the shopping mall, you see the belt, right? If you go to the shopping mall, near to the cash counter, we have this kind of belt. These are the another kind of the like conveyor belts, depends upon the business, depends upon the warehouse. Here we can see the electrical motor. Now, these are the theory I wrote for the more deep understanding. So the example, the extended warehouse management, interleaving, staging, stacker, how it like receive the benefits, integration. The warehouse management monitor /n/ or n is not mandatory. If you have some session open, technically I'm talking, then you need to put the n or /cw/mmon. Supply as part of this package enable you to track, evaluate and influence the process. You can track integration to the monitor. The MFS is integrated with SAP EWM. It is connected to one or more PLC. Here we can see multiple PLCs. Depends upon the business. How many like you have the sensor or the belts you have in the, like for an example, conveyor segments, conveyor belts you have in the warehouse, depends upon we have the PLC devices. So these are the very important point. Automatic identification of HUs using scanner on the automatic storage retrieval facility. Automatic diversion of HU. Yes, this is very important point. They cannot be stored, okay, incorrect, and like for an example, excessive weight, everything can be identified. It works like a human brain, like similar to the human brain. Not exactly similar, but like an automation, it's smart technology, smart. Here we can see this point. Malfunction, if anything happens, it would be recorded. So stable telegram communication between SAP EWM and PLC using pallet. Bidirectional communication channel. These are the important theory, and tracking of current state of system, evaluation of telegram and response time. See, this is the storage, this is the belts, this is the ST1, this is out, it scans ELs. The example, comparison of following process put away, removal from storage of full pallet, supplying the and picking bin, which bin we need to pick. See the movements. These are the belts, like movements from where we need to pick. Everything can be controlled, tracked. See through the this automation technique if implement in the warehouse. And conveying of the pick HU, diversion of clarification bin. So from which bin, so for an example, this is the high rack. Okay, we need to pick some box from particular space from here. So as we know, we have the warehouse WOCR. So through the WOCR we can pick the boxes from the different bins, from the different storage sections, or depends upon the area. And here it's a technical point, like a web push channel communication based on TCP/IP protocol. Yes, when it sends the signal, it sends through the TCP internet protocol. And now I will come to the some little more practical side, communication protocol. So one point I will again share you here. For an example, you can assume this is the high rack, and here we have the for example level 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Level 8, or I want to pick this box. So we have how system we determination, or how we determine in the system. So this particular bin we need to pick the product, or this from the particular bin I need to pick the HU or box or material. So we have the warehouse WORC, like means warehouse order creation rule, which contains warehouse tasks, warehouse process type. Warehouse tasks contain different kind of task. So which resource will go. So we divide, for an example, here in this example, I will divide this entire HRKS hierarchy storage type into the different section levels. So section 1 I will put here, I will like 1 2 3 4 label I will, this one label I will provide to the resources. They will go and they will pick the some boxes directly through the hand, but the human directly they cannot pick the box from here or box from here, so they need one kind of high rack cranes or stackers, depends upon the height. And so we divide this bin in a one level means like in one, I can divide in the one section which I assign to the warehouse order creation rule 1 for some resources. They're going to pick the 5HU for an example. Now another, this section I will provide to the another like this division, this like level 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I will divide 7 8 9. These three labels I will provide to the another warehouse order creation rule which contains the warehouse tasks. So these three, another 3 or 4 labels which is the higher level I will provide to the different warehouse order creation rule and to the stacker machines. So human will not go here, the instruction will be sent from the SAP system to the I can see the high rack cranes. So only crane can go and crane can pick from here, means like human sits here but they will reach to the crane. So like an example, to the warehouse automation rule we divide this section into the section to do the perform the activities. Like same thing can be controlled in through the PLC also, through the transport protocol or internet protocol, RFC, remote function call. This is the technical part. So the people, if they want to interested to learn RFC technical in that depth, I can like I can join. So we can handle inventory management, so material flows control, or like we can, obviously the scanners are the sensors, and this is another example, and this is the some technical part. So here we can see this is the standard table. Here we have one field and some technical codes are there, how we work with the MFS. Here we can see that the company, this is the technical like internal table we have, custom, relevant, not relevant, these are the functions. So a lot of technical things I covered here. Slide is a little bit longer. This is around a lot of pages, so I will record this slide fully because it has a lot of technical things, so then you will understand more. Thank you guys. If you like this, like my video.